Welcome in, guys, to another Walking Dead All-Stars video. This your boy JustCMTexx. I am back, and we're gonna get ready to do something a little bit different. I'm doing my tier list, but it's a lot of tunes, could take a lot of time, so I'm gonna just go ahead and break them up by their communities, their factions, and their rankings. And so this is how we're gonna break this up and do it. So first, I am going to do the neutral tunes. All right, I personally think that the neutral tunes, especially if you are a new player to the game, has the most synergy amongst their tunes. I think they are very, very, very good. So I would definitely recommend you getting, your hands on some of these neutral tunes, and we're gonna go ahead and go through the the neutral tunes here on this list. So first we have Abraham. So all right, we know Abraham is a ranger tune. He's also dexterity. And why is this important? Because dexterity characters, they're very agile and swift, and if you have like a buffer or something of that nature, sort of like a magna with him, he can be able to go off a lot faster, and in some cases you can put him on the front line and be able to use him to pull people in a lot faster that way as well too. And his ult is going to go off quicker. He's going to gain his rush a lot faster and everything like that. So he can be very good, especially with that dexterity and him being that ranger specialist skill. So we know what he does. He does the rodeo, he rips in, he is an absolute monster. All right, there is no other choice but to put Abraham at the S+ list. All right, and if I had a god tier platinum list, obviously Abraham would definitely be at the tippity top of that list as well too. Until they bring out another character, another form of meta, he's good in every part of the game. All right, except for some boss battles, because if the bosses does like burn up close, especially on like survival run, sometimes he can die out. But I mean, if you have the you could be able to revive him afterwards and everything like that with the needles and stuff like that. So I still use him there even when he dies, but he's still very, very good. So Abraham is definitely an S tier, S+ tier tune, and you want to definitely put your resources and everything like that into him. So he's pretty good. So next on this list, we're gonna have Annie. Okay, so we know Annie is a healer, but also she's very sneaky with her DPS on your team as well too. She can help out in that area as well. Now Annie is very good as a healer, which is gonna make her very good for somebody like Axel, who needs constant heals. He heals himself as well as with him being a tank tune. So Annie is gonna be able to provide that, and she also provides taunt as well with her Phoenix Bird. So that is going to give you a lot of extra time. I know it's only like 3 seconds, but 3 seconds in an AFK game like this is pretty much an eternity. So Annie is very, very good as well, but she cannot stand alone. She needs people to work with her in order for Annie to be as good as she possibly can. And on top of that, Annie is a technician class. She's an intellect tune. So you would need to be able to put some people around her in order for Annie to work. But Annie nonetheless is still a S tier tune, and this is where she's gonna land. Okay, so next on this list we have Axel. Okay, and Axel kit's a little bit different, and I've heard some rumblings that he's actually good on some of the later stages if you pair him with a really great healer. So his best attributes is the cover for comrades. So Axel becomes better with heals. So if you can be able to put him in combination with like an Annie or another healer, Axel can definitely help you out there on that front line. He's good early game, he's very situational late game, but like I said, if you build out that team that is pushing out buffs and healing and feeding into your tank on that front line, he can be very good. So this is gonna land Axel on the B tier, but he can be as high as A tier. And you know what, he's very situational. but he can work. You know, and being as though Axel is a tank tune, right? He's always going to be situated in one of the front two slots. He's a front line guy. You know, he's built to take a lot of damage, which is why the constant heals coming in is going to be able to help you out tremendously, because as he's taking damage, he's also receiving heals. HP's going back up. Bam, it's going to work out very well for you. So I would definitely look into Axel. You know, he's not one of those top end tunes that you want to invest into, but hey, listen, we all know how RNG works. If you get a chance and you get a bunch of him, you know, it's good to invest. Just make sure you have a healer with him. Next on this list is Denise. Okay, Denise was very, very strong. She still is really good in the beginning of the game, but we have better healers who have since come into the game since the last tier list, and in August, oh my god, October. And you know, she is not as great as she once was. Now, she is very essential because healing is very important. Now, you could build out a massive damage team, but you're gonna have to put tons and tons into the tunes in order to build out a massive damage team. So if not, you're gonna be able to build up some healers and put those healers around her. So she is very good. She is a B tier healer. You know, she can be you know, A tier, but she's normally gonna be B tier with her heals and things of that nature, you know. So she's very good. Now, she does have a very, very good, to me personally, she has a very good unique trait with her kit, and that trait is, I'll let you know what it is. It's her personal gear, and that personal gear, she restores 60% attack as HP to the lowest combat when Denise's basic attack hits an enemy, and you know, it can go up to as high as 100%, and then if she crits, it'll give an additional 100% on top of that. So the heals is increased by 100%. So she can be very good. She has a very good piece there that's going to help out as well. So there we have it. You know, Denise is definitely a B tier tune. Next up on this list we have is Gideon. I don't know. Gideon is good, you know, like if you have enemies in your territory. So, you know, like a Rosita or a Sarah, somebody like that who's loved to jump behind enemy lines, all right? Gideon could lay down a trap them over there, and you just obliterate them. So Gideon is definitely a good tune as well. You know, you can use him early game, but late game, I haven't heard too much about him. I haven't seen him too much in some of the team ideas and constructs that I've been seeing. So Gideon is definitely going to be a B tier list neutral tune. All right, now next on this list is Kate. All right, do we have to say much about Kate? I mean, I'm gonna say much just for you new guys who are out there. If you have Kate, build her. Okay, Kate is top 5 best offensive tune in the game. So you definitely want to be able to build Kate out. She has a very good kit. She does AoE damage, and her personal gear increases her speed. And this is gonna be crucial because Kate is a intellect tune. All right, so by her being a intellect tune, she utilizes like firearms and explosives. You put her with a magna, it's gonna speed her up, and the more she do it, the more she's gonna go off, the faster she's gonna throw out her AoE attack, and it pretty much burns everything in sight. So Kate is very, very, very good. And if you ask around for the new guys who are here, she's definitely going to be in most people's top 10. Matter of fact, I'll add a community poll for the neutral tunes with this tier list here. And, you know, you guys can definitely vote who are your best tunes. I'm almost guaranteed Kate and Abraham is going to be 2 of the top ones in the neutral faction. So, yeah, she is very, very, very good with what she does and everything. So she's S+ tier. Next on this list is Magna. All right, now I had Magna previously. I believe I had her in the S tier. That's what I believe I had her. But since playing with Magna, get into the later stages, she is so crucial, man, to allow Abraham to be able to go off faster. She speeds up everybody. Kate can go off fast as well too. Magna is definitely S plus tier. All right, she's one of the best support tunes in the game, and she's a dexterity tune. All right, so that means that buffing, the swiftness, you know, the speed that's gained, she's going to be going off pretty quickly, and you can be able to annihilate some people very quickly if you know, built her out. So she's definitely one that you want to build into. She's a support tune, so we know how this goes, but she's very good. Definitely want to put some work into your Magna if you have her. I only have 2 of her, I believe, 2 or 3, one of those, so I haven't been able to, you know, put as much work into her as I want to, but when I get more of her, she's definitely going to be tiered up. Next on this list, guys, we have R. So R is very strong. Okay, R is a S tier list tune. He's very strong. All right, that stun helps out a lot. He's good against walkers and a couple other parts of the game. He's a tank. All right, you can feed healing into him. You can speed him up with Magna. This is why the neutral tunes are such a great set of tunes to be able to begin with in a game and start building out as a faction. They're very good, and you can use a whole set of them pretty much on one team, and they'll be able to carry you, you know, as far as they can in a game. So we have R here. R is very good. Next on this list we have Rosita. Okay, Rosita is very good in the beginning game, but she's really squishy, right? So it's really hard to use her late game unless you have a bunch of evade. You know, you have certain gears that match, special personal gear for the neutral tunes, and you can be able to build in her evade. If that's the case, she can be very good, man. So Rosita is going to land on the A tier. She can be as high as S tier. Let me know what you think about Rosita down in the comments below. Now, last but not least, we have Sebastian. Okay, now Sebastian is nuts, man. He's nuts. Okay, so one part of his kit, his passive, is a counter attack, right? So during combat, if Sebastian takes damage, he removes all buffs from Sebastian. Listen, you take damage, you remove all the buffs. He then, if it's in the middle of a basic attack, he will convert that buff, the debuffs, into an attack, and he's gonna move on a random enemy. He's gonna deal 130% attack against that enemy. This effect is triggered once every 6 tries. Now, what makes him very good is his dog. All right, Hudson. If you don't know the name of the dog name is Hudson. So what happens is with Hudson, I said Hudson, oh my god, Mason. What happens with Mason is that Mason gets summoned out. For you new guys, he gets summoned out, and then he takes out the highest attack tune that you have on your attack team, and they can't return for 4 seconds. Once again, like I told you, seconds matter in this. The fight's only 1 minute and 30 seconds. So if you're looking at 4 seconds, that's an eternity in a game like this. So removing them from the battle, enemy can't do anything. It's really tough. Sebastian is a very good mid, and he's good late game. You know, like I said, the neutral tunes are very good if you build him out properly and everything. So Sebastian is also a intellect tune, you know, so that's gonna help out as well too. And he is a support class, so you definitely want to have him in one of the corner slots to be able to help out there. Now, where's Sebastian rank on this tier list? Sebastian is a S tier list tune. So there you have it, man. This is the tier list for neutral for the month of November. This your boy JustCMTexx. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Peace.